Well, Wilf, I know you saw the film because you're such a James Bond fan, but James Bond, No Time to Die, it grossed $56 million at the domestic box office. That is less than the $60 million that analysts had expected and the $80 million that some had projected after a strong Thursday night opening. Comscore's explanation is that the nearly 2.5-hour running time for Bond meant that theaters couldn't play it as many times as the nearly hour shorter Venom. That's the film that set the pandemic opening weekend record. And the older audiences who tend to flock to Bond films are less likely to rush out to see a movie its opening weekend. So AMC, Cinemark, and IMAX are all hoping that the film will hold up better in coming weeks than superhero fare that tends to draw younger moviegoers and sees a bigger drop-off. Now, MKM Partners' Eric Handler says that the film's $313 million global take is quite good, and he notes it hasn't opened yet in China. He also notes that this is the first time that the box office has topped $100 million 2 consecutive weekends since before the pandemic. So the box office is coming back, but perhaps just a little bit slower than some had hoped. Well, you saw the movie though, right?
I did indeed, of course. And I would say, similar to the box office numbers, very, very high hopes, fractionally disappointing, but only because my hopes were so astronomically high. I still think it was the best film I've seen in a long time, but 4 out of 5, not the full 5-star. I still think Daniel Craig's tenure has been stunning. I just put Casino Royale fractionally ahead of this as his best movie, but it was awesome. Very, very enjoyable.
Julia, go ahead.
No, I was saying I don't want to go into the reasons because otherwise I'll give spoilers to those that haven't seen it, but it was really very good.
I've already talked to Wolf a little bit about it. I haven't seen the movie, but he could only share so much without ruining it. So I'm going to ask you, Julia, are there other movies that really could be that big box office win to come that maybe would hit at some of these same demographics that Bond had hoped to as we move through the back half of the year when around Christmas time and the holidays become such a good time for see movies with family as well?
It is a good time, and there are some big movies coming up. Say Marvel has The Eternals, which is a big film, but there are also a lot of films that are targeting older audiences. The fall is when they put out what they call Oscar bait movies. So serious films hoping to win Oscars, which of course come early next year. So some of those type films would be Dune from Warner Brothers, and also another film called The Duel with some big movie stars, but it's also a costume drama. So hoping to get a little bit of something for everybody there. But it'll be interesting to see how these films play out, especially the more franchise films such as The Eternals from Marvel.